Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakotash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all like my dead pushing his truth, and all truth is sincerity, diligently throughout the four corners. I'm the brother Shamar Moth from GMS Miami. Alright, coming to you, Akim, with another quick lesson through the Spirit and Power of Bahashim, Yahushai. Alright, and this lesson is going to be entitled, This Place is Sickening. Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, this place is sickening. Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, and the reason behind this lesson is due to two articles. All right, which one of them was in the form of a screenshot when I first seen it. The other one was in the form of a video, which I didn't watch the video, and I will not watch the video because I know it's gonna vex the fuck out of me. But I'm gonna bring the two articles up, okay? And when I bring the two articles up, I will not read the title of the articles due to these people algorithm and shit. Um, you'll see it with your own eyes, and I also have the link to the articles in the description, okay? But before I get the articles, I want to start by saying this place where we're living right now, which is America. All right, it's also known as spiritual Sodom, man. All right, this is the book of Revelation 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. The reason it's called Sodom is because obviously a whole bunch of wicked things are going down over here. All right, that correlates with what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Which we'll bring that out. Okay, and the reason why it's called Egypt is because the nation of Israel is in captivity over here, man. Judah and Ephraim shall be oppressed together, man. All right, where also our Lord was crucified, and He is crucified over here. All right, his the knowledge of the Lord is being xed out of is xed out of this place, man. All right, Job 9:24 tells you the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Okay. Second Peter's 2 tell you he sitteth in the temple of the Most High, thinking that He is the Most High, etc. Okay. So with that being said, this place is Sodom, man. All right, this place, America, is Sodom. Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna show the articles on screen. Oh God. All right, yeah, that was it for that one. This is outrageous and it's annoying, and the reason why. Let's get a precept first. Dang, where's that? Let's see if I spelled it right. Slovakia. I'm trying to. It's in the law. I forget where it's at. So let's do it like this. All right, Deuteronomy 20:25. This is the book of Deuteronomy 22, verse 5. All All right, a man shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a woman, neither shall a man, Slaki, Deuteronomy 22:5, a woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord Yahweh thy power. Now, with this article right here, all right, with this article right here, we see that, the word right there, woman, captures, the USA pageant, right? Now, this is what the Miss USA pageant is. All right, bear with me, Akio. All right, I'm back. Now we see that the Miss USA pageant is what? Miss USA is an American beauty pageant that has been held annually since 1952 to select and entreat, all right, or attract uh, from the USA in the Miss Universe pageant, right? So yeah, this is off. This is off, man. All right, and let's look up what the word Mrs. mean does. The what is it? The prefix Mrs. Right? Mrs. What is in the English language uh, traditionally used only for an unmarried woman. 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 This is not a woman, bruh. It's just a nigga trying to be a female. That's off, man. See, this is the type of shit that was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right, niggas wanting to be bitches and shit. Niggas trying to lay down with niggas, and that leads to the next article. And, oh, man, this nigga here. Oh gosh, bro. Man, that's off, bro. All right, enough of these shits. Again, now I'll put the links to these articles in the description box for you brothers who have the gut to read it. I don't, bro. I'm probably gonna push my computer trying to fucking read this shit because it's vexing, bro. All right, it's very vexing. This is the fucking society we live in. Okay, this is what they're pushing upon our children. All right, and it's complete bullshit, man. And it's demonic. All right, and although we understand that it's all part of the movie, it's vexing, man. And we want the Heavenly Father to send back Yahushua as soon as possible, so that way righteousness can be established on the earth again, man. All right, this is the book of Isaiah 3:9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them. They declare their sins in Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their souls, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. All right. Say to the right in the show of their countenance, right? You look at the word countenance, look at the word countenance and behavior, bearing, conduct, manners, outward appearance. So their outward appearance, their demeanor, their conduct, how they conduct themselves, how they behave themselves. All right, the mannerisms of which of how they move, their outward appearance is to be compared. So like it, their outward appearance, all right, it shows that their actions or how they move is how the Sodomites moved, man, in Sodom in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Okay, and these people today are not hiding it, man. All right, so the scriptures say, "Woe unto their souls, man." So woe unto their souls, man. The word woe means death and destruction. And the reason why is because they have rewarded evil against themselves. We just read in Deuteronomy, about a man wearing what pertained to a woman. This is a male was biologically and genetically born a male. Now this individual is trying to, going the other way and putting on the other side's clothing. That's an abomination, man. That's an abomination. Another thing that's an abomination. Let me see if I can find it. Is it in this chapter? Let's see. Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. So we're not supposed to be laying down with a man because we are men like we would lay down with a woman because a man is naturally supposed to lay down with a woman and a woman is supposed to naturally lay down with a man. Not men on men, not women on women. That is an abomination. So this is an abomination. Declare their sins of Sodom, they hide it not, woe unto their souls. For they have rewarded evil unto themselves. They're doing things that's not productive. So they're in line of judgment, man. Say ye to the righteous, that it shall be well with him, for they have eat the fruit of their doings. Woe to the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. All right. Now, going back to the point that this place is Sodom. What ended up happening in Sodom? That started at Genesis 13:13. It says, "But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord Yahweh exceedingly." All right, and guess what? The men of spiritual Sodom are in line with the same thing that the men of ancient Sodom were doing, man. And this is what the men of ancient Sodom was doing, man. Genesis 19 and 1. All right. I'm going to read quite a few of this. All right. So bear with me. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. Now the scriptures tell us why Lot was sitting at the gate. But we're gonna read the whole encounter, and then we're gonna go see why Lot was sitting at the gate. Don't forget this point. All right. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them and bowed himself with his face towards the ground. And he said, "Behold, now, my lord, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways." And they said, "Nay, but we will abide in the street all the night." So like all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did break unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, all right, before everybody went to sleep, all right, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round both old and young, all the people from every quarter. So all the freaking Sodomites, old and young, all right, compassed Lot's house. All right, these was niggas from every quarter of Sodom, man. They just popped up at Lot's house, man, for those two angels, man. This is listen to this, man. Verse 5. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. These niggas was literally telling Lot, yo, where them two men we saw coming to your house? Bring them outside so we could pop them. This is what these niggas were saying, man. And this is and this is the direction this society is heading towards, man. That anybody who is a heterosexual will be attacked, man. All right, we're becoming victims and praise in this fucking place, man. This shit is crazy, man. And Lot went out unto the door, went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, behold, Salaki brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have two daughters which have not known men. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. So Lot offered up his two virgin daughters to keep those men from doing so wickedly, man. All right, verse 9. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. So them Sodomites was like, yo, who is you to judge us? Don't you see you sojourning over here, bruh? Now you want to judge us and how we move, how we act, how our conduct and our behavior is? Screw that. We finna do to you worse than we're finna do to them. So now they was on some, we finna pop you, Lot. See how off these people are, man? I mean, how off the Sodomites were, man? It's the same thing today, man. You modern day Sodomites are off, man. All right. Um, it says, but the men put forth their hands and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. The angels pulled Lot in. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find a door. So the angels blinded the people of Sodom. All right. Now I want to jump down so we could get what happened to Sodom because of their actions, because of their wickedness. Uh, Jumping down to verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord Yahweh out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plains and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. All right. So the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Destroyed it with brimstone and fire. Fire and brimstone. And what's going to fall upon America? Fire and brimstone, man, via the thermonuclear missiles, man. All right. And guess who's going to be in the fire, man? You Sodomites. All right. And why was Lot at the gate, man? This is why Lot was at the gate. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse it says 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed Salaki. Matter of fact, let's turn up. Let's start at verse 6. Now turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So, this place is supposed to be a God-fearing nation, right? Where you such a God-fearing nation, why are you allowing the 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 acts of the Sodomites, all right, to rule this place, so to say, man? All right, Sodom and Gomorrah was an example, man. So that shows you that the rulers of this world, of this society, is not godly, man. They're actually ungodly. Because if they were godly, they would not stand for the things that's going on right now. But the fact that if you talk about it, you get canceled. If you look down upon it, you get shamed. Shows that the people who rule this society, which are the elites, Esau, Edom, are ungodly folk, man. Okay, and the same thing that happened to ancient Sodom is going to happen to this Sodom, man. This spiritual Sodom. All right, it's going to get hit with fire, man. Okay, verse 7, and deliver just Lot, of vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. All right, verse 8, for that righteous man dwelling among them. Remember, we just read, they said that what? That Lot was sojourning, right? Where is that? In verse 9, right? This one fellow came into sojourn, and when you go into the word sojourn, okay, sojourn, dwell for a time, to abide, stay, temporarily dwell, right? Because remember, when you got to go into for you to understand why Lot was there, you got to go into more of the history, man. When Lot and Abraham, all right, whose name was Abram at the time, if I'm not mistaken, all right, their substance grew to the point where they had, a whole bunch of cattle, a whole bunch of servants, and the servants of Abram and the servants of Lot were striving for pasture field for the cattle, for the flocks. All right, and because they were fighting and striving against each other for land, all right, Abram and Lot decided to part ways, man. All right, and Lot looked towards Sodom and saw that the plains was fair, so he went that way. All right, so that's how Lot ended up over there, man. Okay, and he was only dwelling there for a moment, and it's beautiful that he was dwelling there for a moment because the Lord was going to destroy that place regardless, man. But it says, for that righteous man dwelling among them. Now we know how Lot ended up being there, and shoot, we're dwelling amongst them niggas now, man. And how did we get here? We got here because, of course, our disobedience. We got cast out the land, our land. We ran into the interiors of Africa, and from there ended up on the west coast of Africa, and from there we ended up on cargo slave ships, and we ended up here being bondmen and bondwomen, and generations and generations abided here, man. So now we're dwelling amongst these people too, man. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. All right, Lot was vexed from day to day with their unlawful deeds. That's probably why Lot was sitting at the gate, man. All right, because it was just vexing them, man. So he sat out at the gate, man. All right. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment, to be punished. And the reason why I bring this out and how beautiful it is, because when you go into the story of Lot, when in Sodom and Gomorrah, when Sodom got destroyed, the angels that Lot were protecting, all right, gave Lot orders to run and not look back. And Lot took his wife and his two daughters, all right, and they took off, man. But Lot's wife looked back and she got destroyed, man. Okay, but Lot got delivered. So the Lord know how to deliver the righteous. All right, and the same thing we read in Isaiah the third chapter. It says, "Say to the righteous that it shall be well with him," man. All right. So because when the Lord comes and destroys this spiritual Sodom, all right, we're gonna be delivered out this place, man. Okay. Jude 1:7, and I'll end out on here. It says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire, man. And this modern spiritual Sodom is gonna get hit with eternal fire. It's gonna get hit with fire and brimstone, man. All right, man. All right, man. With that, shalom.